So every time the people ask me, where are you from? I say, well, I'm from planet Earth. And where is your citizenship? Well, I'm a citizen of the world. So that created a little bit more time, but that, it lasted that much because they have the fingerprints. So at the end of the day, this is what's happening. Instead of using these resources for building more clinics, for fixing those bridges, for getting more schools, for having meaningful livelihood, we're using those resources. Some people in the 1% are using those resources to harass peaceful people, to harass nonviolent people, to harass people that are looking for creating communities in harmony. And this is just another example of what happened 2 weeks ago when the city of Oakland used $2 million to oppress people in using rubber bullets, using tear gas and helicopters. And in the same day, they didn't close 1 or 2, they closed 5 schools. So this is just a small example on how this is not an economic crisis. This is a crisis of priorities, because the resources are right there and they can be used for oppressing people, or they can be used to harassing people and for fingerprints. I was outraged today. I was in a place maybe 3 meters by 6 meters with 42 people. We were 2 people per square meter in that place. And many of us were with shackles and with handcuffs. And I learned later that there's a program that you can have a bracelet in your ankle. A bracelet ankle is like, what? Are we using money and GPS to monitor people like that? Like, this is the modern slavery. We're in many of those things. So I think that, again, we are really missing the boat. So what we're saying is that we're the 99% facilitating the healing, facilitating the awakening of the 100%. So that was pretty much what happened.
And Pancho, once you were detained, you were
yes.
treated as a high security prisoner. Could you talk about that?
That was incredible. Oh, yeah, I would love to. The idea here, I love the story that you shared, that this brother, was working in Wall Street, and then he is using all those resources to share with the movement. So the idea of this movement to being the nonviolence of the strong, the anarchism of the strong, is that we need to touch the heart of police officers, to touch the heart of these Wall Street people, to touch the heart of these deputies. So I was friends with one of these deputies, and he was very interesting, because if you're in one of those jails, I was in Santa Rita, and what I do for self-care, I meditate. So I was meditating most of the time, and he got very curious, and he's like, "Oh, what are you doing there?" So I, share a little bit of what I do for meditation, but then I say, "Hey, brother, like, what's up with all these colors? Why do we have, we're dressed in different colors?" And he's like, "Well, blue means is the least dangerous people, and yellow is the most dangerous people." And and why I'm dressing in red? Oh, that's the ultra dangerous people. And I was like, okay. And I was, with shackles and with handcuffs.
We need to embrace a new paradigm. We need to move forward for we versus them.
Yeah.
Enemies. There's no enemies. The worst enemy that I have is my mind when I become violent towards me. Because those police officers, what do you think when they go to their homes? What do they say? How do they feel that they beat these innocent people? So that's the worst finish. For me, the best revenge is forgiveness and escalate our nonviolent actions.
Yeah.
And if there's some people there that feel that they need to respond because they feel that their dignity has been crushed, go ahead and respond physically. But know that you're hurting yourself. And that there's a third way. The nonviolent way.
Family calls me Pancho. My name is Francisco Ramos Stirle, and I'm an apprentice of a citizen of the world, and I grew up in Mexico City. My purpose is to live in radical, joyous shared servanthood to unify humanity. When I think about change, I think about the opportunity to become a more evolved, more compassionate society, a society that has laws that match with the law of love, with the law of the universe. I would say that the spark of life and those shining eyes, that's what I like, and that's what inspires me. And seeing people following their purpose, because when we know our purpose, why are we on this planet, then we just reflect beauty and we are contagious. When I discover something inside of me that triggers that inner revolution, that inspires me too. And kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. Therefore, the highest form of wisdom is kindness. If you want to be a rebel, be kind. Humankind, be both. The earth is but one country, and the humankind its citizens. Nonviolence is more than just the absence of violence. It's the thoughts we have, the things we say, the food we eat, the clothes we wear, the things we do. We have this opportunity of flourish, of creativity when you are around alive people like this.
It's time to break the silence, break the isolation, and change the story. This is our story. And we're trying to spread the word in the ancient way of oral tradition, speaking out. And the way to change the story is exposing their lies, breaking the silence, getting connected, breaking the isolation, and change the story. That's why we're here.
For the first time in human history, we have the financial and technological resources to get rid of poverty in the planet. We just need to focus the will of people in that direction. And it's coming from the bottom up. And once we're going to understand that it doesn't matter if we are from Mexico, from Iran, from Ireland, from Denmark, from Holland, it doesn't matter if we, no matter country, it doesn't matter religion, it doesn't matter sexual orientation, but be a responsible citizen of the world.
time is now. The choice is ours. We are the ones we were waiting for. And if you want to be a rebel, be kind.